Hello and welcome back to my garden. Today's episode is going to be extremely useful. I really hope so. For those of you who's just in the beginning of your gardening journey, or maybe for someone who's just thinking about changing some of your gardening tools. So actually this video is about 10 essentials in your garden. We will talk about tools, we will talk about accessories, and I'll just give you my take on this. Obviously there's always so much other things that you can buy to make your gardening experience much more comfortable and enjoyable. But I believe that the tools that I'm about to show you, they are actually really essential ones. The first tool is actually hand trowel. They can be in different materials, different colors, different shapes, but the thing that you're looking for actually that they're made with a sturdy material so they wouldn't bend when you're working with them. If you were planting something like seedlings or something in pots, then when you want to scoop compost, you want to scoop soil, and yeah, it's handy. You can dig a hole and to plant with this. I really love this. The next tool is actually shovel, and that's probably the tool that I'm using right now the most in my garden. And just because I'm planting a lot of things in our vegetable garden, and the thing that you want to get from this, it needs to be sturdy enough so it wouldn't bend when you're digging soil. At the same time, you want it to be rather lightweight because you will work with that a lot and you need to be able to continue your work. So the things that you're looking for: sturdy metal thing and overall rather lightweight. The third thing is actually secateurs or pruners, and there's a lot of varieties of them, but I believe that you need to start with just basic models, and they can be really cheap, they can be really expensive, but the only thing that actually matters is how sharp they are. And actually I believe that you can use an expensive one and middle price secateurs just as good as any other cheap one. The fourth thing is actually hand fork or any kind of weeder. So it's a weeder and it's made to remove weeds, and to do so you need to be able to remove all the root system of this plant. And sometimes weeds get really extensive and really big root system, really developed one, and what you want to do is put enough strength in this so you will get the weed out. So this thing needs to be rather heavy. The next tool is actually rake. Again, there's a lot of types of rakes made with the different materials, but I believe that for the very start, for the very beginning, you would like to have this kind of tool, really basic model, and you will spread compost with this, you will be leveling ground with that, and you will be removing leaves from your grass under the trees in the autumn. So it's really handy tool, but yeah, but I believe that you want to start just with a basic model. Obviously, if you want to get more than this one, then of course you can do, but the very beginning again, that is the one. And what you want to get from it, it needs to be rather lightweight, because all the things you're gonna be doing with this won't need too much pressure, meaning that lighter it is, it's easy to work and it's easy to handle. Then the next tool is actually this gardening hoe, and I really love it for weeding when I need to do kind of mass weeding and remove a lot of weeds. The only thing is, I don't believe that you can remove established weeds with this, but for tiny little things that are showing up in the beds, if you're on time, that you can remove them rather successfully and easily with a hoe, and that's great. The thing that you want to look for is actually just, usually they're lightweight, so I wouldn't say that that's kind of a must, because they are lightweight and you just need to feel good about handle. And yeah, that would be my take. The seventh, and I don't know if it's a tool or accessories, but it's a watering can. And I believe that it's one of the essentials, and I believe that each and every gardener needs to have one watering can, and actually plastic. I know that there are some beautiful, gorgeous, really aesthetically pleasing watering can in zinc with of different colors, and they're beautiful, but they are rather heavy. And you need to remember that you will be adding water. For example, this one is for 6 liters, meaning that it will add 6 kilograms to this watering can. And if in the very beginning I will take a watering can that would be rather heavy, and then I will add water, then it would be almost impossible for me to do all the watering that I need to do. So even if you want to use kind of really nice, good looking one, please buy this one. They're cheap, they're super lightweight, and they're really handy. So when no one sees you, you can switch to it and make your life much easier. And speaking about making your life much easier, gardening gloves. Again, there are so many different gardening gloves on the market, and some of them are really lightweight and thin. Others are more heavy-duty gloves. Some of them are really can be really long and protect you when you're pruning your roses or something else. But you know what? Start just with one pair and then add one by one. They're extremely handy, they will protect your hands, and you will get a much better gardening experience working with them. The ninth thing, again, really handy and not that glamorous, but a bucket. Just a simple plastic bucket. And the logic behind it is just the same. Just because you're going to be using it over and over and over again, I'm choosing just a lightweight, simple bucket that I will toss everywhere, that I will destroy, and I won't be thinking even about it. And yes, they're not really good looking, that's why they're not on the show. I put them somewhere in a shot, but then I can take it and I can use it. And usually I'm using it for bringing compost, I'm using it for sometimes even for harvesting of some things, I don't know, maybe for potatoes or for squashes, and they work like magic. And yeah, it's really worked for us. And if you want to have a nice looking, beautiful, colorful zinc bucket, of course you need to buy them and then to use this. But just to buy to please you, of course, if you want. And the very last but not least, my favorite thing of the choice, and I believe that if you watched any of my videos, you saw this start of the show, and that's, I don't know how to show you, that actually a wheelbarrow. And my barrow has seen it all, but it's super handy. Whether you want to bring your compost, whether you want to bring weights, whether you want to do anything in the garden, you will need this. And of course you can use a bucket to put something heavy and to bring it from one space to another. But if you have like a, I don't know, 10 plants to grow, you can go here and there to pick them up one by one and bringing them into another part of the garden, or you just can use this wheelbarrow. And I prefer actually wheelbarrow. These are my 10 essential tools for gardening. And my take on all of them, that first of all, they need to do the job. And it doesn't matter how expensive or cheap they are, if they're doing the job, that's what you obviously need out of them. And of course, sometimes it's pleasant and it's fun to buy something fancy, but at the end it's not necessary. And you want your tools to be sharp, you want them to be rather sturdy, not to bend, and you want them to be lightweight because you will work a lot with them. And that's the most important part. And another thing is that sometimes you're using some tool for the first time and it's not feeling great and okay, and it doesn't fit you really. So it's absolutely fine, because I believe that in the very beginning it's like a try and error thing, that you will try different things and at the end you will stick to one. Not the most beautiful, not the most expensive, but the one that will make your life easier. And actually, that's the main message probably of this video. And I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. And actually, yes, please share in the comments. Maybe I've missed something and maybe you can add to this list, or maybe change something in this list and put something as a really essential part of gardening, especially in the very beginning. And yeah, I would love to hear from you. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye. Please like, share, subscribe.